And I have your piece right in front of me, and which is really in many ways self-explanatory. Although I'm not sure the listeners are going to have this wonderful explanation that you put on the first page. So tell us a little bit about the five movements, why you chose to follow this particular theme, and how you think the music is best accessed.
Good. So when I got this wonderful commission from America to write a piece for your AGO convention, I remembered that once I was very much touched by this sentence in the Bible where wisdom is described as a kind of person who always accompanied God when he created this world. And it's written that wisdom was playing and dancing all day next to God when he created it. So I thought I would like to write a suite about this idea. And I started with the first movement, which is a kind of Passacaglia, God who creates the world on the bass, on the pedal, and then jumping over it, this wisdom. And when I went to the next movement, I got lots of messages about climate changes and all these terrible situations now in the world. And I remembered that in Switzerland, we just can't realize it with the glaciers because they die away every year more and more and more. And so I thought, oh, I can't go on with this idea of the Bible. I must describe these glaciers. And I wrote a piece which started very strong, based on a theme of a Swiss Alpenhorn tune, and coming down and down till the organ is very, very soft. And then you can hear a quotation of a Swiss dialect song, which means, oh, look how the glaciers look red. And red is like dying away. So, but it's not in this meaning when they created this song. But that's why I called this second movement the Brother Glacier's Farewell. You will hear later because why I did call him Brother Glacier. But that was the second movement. And then I realized, but how was it when I was a boy of 3-4 years old? Glaciers were still completely lovely and fine, and as they used to be for hundreds of years. And then I realized when I was born, it started with these climate changes. So who is guilty for that? And I realized, oh, it's me and my generation. And so the third movement is called Mea Culpa, Mea Maxima Culpa, Mea Culpa. And that's a prayer we in Catholic Church had to pray when I was a ministrant who helped a servant in the Mass. We always had to start the Mass with this prayer. We are us who are guilty, us who are guilty. But in this time, it was just for small things like lying and stealing some sweets or something like that. But now I realized, oh, it's really dramatic now. So I wrote a piece which is like a requiem. It starts like the end of my requiem. I wrote just some chords repeated all the time, and then on it a kind of blues. And it's quite soft, but then immediately very, very hard. So it's like it was when I was a boy, and I realized how it is now. And when I was in this very sad mood of this, I'm guilty for that, I heard in the garden a blackbird singing, and he sang a lovely, lovely tune. And this lovely tune remind me that there is still hope. So we'll have to get it on, and there is hope. And I created I wrote down this Blackbird tune as a whole and took it also as a main theme of the last movement, which is called Wisdom of St. Francis, La Sapienza di San Francesco. And if I say it in Italian, so it sounds a bit like your town, your wonderful town where the AGO will happen. And I realized also that this marvelous Blackbird tune sounds a bit like San Francesco. It's about the same rhythm and about the same harmony, same intervals. So I wrote this, I saw this wisdom of San Francis flowing towards me with a lot of hope, and I was very happy for that, because Saint Francis had a very simple kind of wisdom. He had two wisdoms. One was he wanted to be the poorest man in the whole world, and he didn't think this was a very sad situation, but he thought he admired admired poorness as a noble lady, and he sung to her. And when he saw a poorer man than he was, he gave him something to be again the poorest of them all. So a crazy game, but that was his life. And the second wisdom was he saw the creation as brothers and sisters, and you can hear it in the lovely Song of Sun. And that's why I called also the glacier brothers, brother glacier. And I think this last movement I will play very often in my church when the first performance is over, because I think it's a good piece. It starts very softly, but always with this flowing river, and gets on and on and on. And in the middle of it, you can hear always this blackbird singing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the whole.
That's such a beautiful story you've just told, and you go full circle. You start with the cosmic order, with the God and creation, and then descend down to humankind and what we've done with the creation, but then turning it into an understanding that there is a way forward by first acknowledging where we are, which is repentance, and then discovering the hope, and then moving forward with wisdom and hope together. So it makes a full circle. I love that.
Yeah, yes, from God to Saint Francis.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much. That's really really perfect, and I'm really excited to hear the piece,
So do I.
and then to eventually play the piece once it's been premiered.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, it sounds just great. So I look forward to seeing you in a few months.
So do we.
Right here, you and your wife, and
She's here. Come on.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see her. She helped me with Zoom.
Hi. Cheers. Very nice to see you. Okay.
So
All right.
do we. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
And you. Bye. Cheers.